Imagine finding out that someone has been living in your home without your knowledge. Today, we dive into a chilling story that will make you question the safety of your own space. This is the tale of a stalker who was living in the attic, hidden in plain sight. Stay tuned as we uncover the shocking details and the terrifying moments that unfolded. I always thought horror stories about people living in the walls or attics were just urban legends, something that only happened in creepy movies or far-off towns. I was wrong. It happened to me, and I don't think I'll ever feel safe in my own home again. The first signs. It started small, little things. At first, I noticed food going missing. Nothing huge, just a slice of bread, a missing granola bar, a bottle of water that I was sure I hadn't finished yet. I live alone, so I figured I was just being forgetful. Then I started waking up to strange sounds at night. Soft thumps, creaking floorboards, the sound of something shifting above me. I convinced myself it was just the house settling. Maybe rats, maybe pipes. But then things got weirder. One morning I woke up to find my kitchen cabinet wide open. Not just one, all of them. I stood there staring, my stomach twisting. I had locked the door. The windows were shut. Someone had been in my house. But there was no sign of a break-in. I changed the locks, installed a security system. But the weirdness didn't stop. The attic hatch. One night I was watching TV when I saw it. My attic hatch, just barely visible in the hallway, was slightly open. I felt my heart hammer against my ribs. I hadn't been up there in months. I grabbed a broomstick and used it to push the hatch shut. It closed with a soft click, and I tried to tell myself maybe it had been open all along and I'd never noticed. But deep down, I knew better. Something was wrong. The footage. The final straw was the security footage. I had set up a motion-activated camera in my living room, mostly for peace of mind. I wasn't expecting to find anything. But when I checked the footage the next morning, I saw him. A man. Crawling out of my attic in the dead of night. His movements were slow and deliberate, like he had done this before. He dropped down silently, moving through my house with a disturbing level of confidence. Then, I saw something that made my blood turn to ice. He walked into my bedroom. He stood right next to my bed, watching me sleep for nearly 10 minutes. Then, as if nothing had happened, he walked back into the hallway, climbed up into the attic, and disappeared. I couldn't breathe. I felt like throwing up. I had been sleeping, completely unaware, while a stranger stood inches away from me. The escape. I didn't even pack a bag. I grabbed my keys, ran outside, and called the police from my car. When they arrived, they searched the attic, and what they found still haunts me. A makeshift bed made of stolen blankets and clothes, empty food wrappers, a notebook filled with disturbing handwritten entries about me, what I did during the day, when I left the house, how I looked when I slept. He had been living there for weeks, maybe months, and I had never known. The police never caught him. But sometimes, when I'm home alone, I still feel like someone is watching. The aftermath. The police searched the neighborhood, checked security cameras, but the stalker had vanished. No fingerprints, no real clues. Just the chilling realization that he had been living above me, creeping through my house at night and watching me sleep. I couldn't stay there. I packed everything and moved out within a week. Even after I settled into my new place, I couldn't shake the paranoia. Every creak, every shadow, every faint noise made my skin crawl. I started double-checking my doors and windows, then triple-checking. I avoided mirrors at night, feeling like I'd catch a glimpse of something that wasn't supposed to be there. I refused to sleep without a heavy lock on my bedroom door, but it didn't matter, because I wasn't done with him. The note 3 weeks after I moved, I received a letter in the mail. No return address, no stamps, just my name on the front in familiar handwriting. My hands shook as I opened it. Inside was a single piece of paper. 4 words, written in the same obsessive handwriting I had seen in his notebook. I found you again. I dropped the letter like it burned me. My vision swam, my breath coming in short gasps. How? How did he find me? I had changed my address, moved to a new part of town, even paid extra to keep my information private. But somehow he knew. Somehow he was still watching. The shadow at the window. That night, I barely slept. Every sound made my pulse spike. I kept the lights on, my phone in my hand and a knife under my pillow. At some point, exhaustion took over. And that's when I heard it. a soft creak. I bolted upright, my heart hammering. The room was silent again, but my instincts screamed at me that something was wrong. Then, a shadow moved outside my window. My apartment was on the second floor. There was no balcony, no fire escape, just my window and the thing standing outside it. I couldn't see his face, just a tall, dark silhouette pressed against the glass, watching. I didn't move. I didn't breathe. Then he raised his hand and started tapping, tap, tap, tap. I grabbed my phone and called the police with shaking hands. By the time they arrived, he was gone. No footprints, no signs of forced entry, just a single smudge on the glass, as if someone had pressed their forehead there, watching me. Nowhere is safe. That was months ago. I moved again. This time out of the city to a place with cameras, alarms, and no attic. I don't tell people where I live. I don't stay out late. But the fear never left me, because no matter how far I go, no matter how well I hide, I still feel him watching, and I know one night he'll come back. People always say it's over now, that once you move, once you change your locks, once the police get involved, you're safe. But they don't understand. It's not just about where I live, it's about the fact that he found me once. He could find me again. I don't know how long he was in my attic, watching, memorizing my habits, studying my life. I don't know if he's still out there, waiting for the right moment to slip back into my world. But I do know this, I will never feel safe again. I triple check every door before I sleep. I wake up gasping at the slightest noise. I keep a weapon within reach at all times, because somewhere out there, in the dark, he might still be watching, waiting. And the worst part? I'll never know when he'll come back. But I know one thing for sure, he will. Thank you for joining me on this unsettling journey. If you found this story as chilling as I did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more spine-tingling tales. Have you ever experienced something similar? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay safe and vigilant.